Anybody who claims that this budget that was proposed actually balances on any kind of credible assumptions is smoking something. I mean, it is pure Enron accounting to pretend that this budget balances at 10 years, given all the things you put in there and your growth assumptions, which have been refuted by everybody. We'd all like to see that kind of growth, but nobody has put forward, unless you know the Trump administration has put forward, a credible set of policies showing how we're going to get there. Here's my question. I agree with you that we have large deficits and debt. You mentioned the bill that will be passed to your children. You're also aware, I'm assuming that because you've done budgets a long time, that the largest category of spending, according to the Congressional Budget Office, is what they call tax expenditures. Is that right?
It's a large portion of the federal government, correct?
Yeah. So it's actually larger on an annual basis than what we spend on Social Security. Tax expenditures are larger on an annual basis than what we spend on Medicare. And a lot of them are there because some powerful special interest group got to Congress and got themselves a break that was not enjoyed by ordinary Americans. So my question to you is, if you believe so strongly that we should be reducing the deficit and the debt, which we should, are you willing to eliminate any of those tax breaks for the purpose of reducing the deficit and debt?
Well, thank you, Senator. I mean, one of the ways that this administration has been criticized for this budget is the notion that we are double counting when we're not. The tax bill itself is meant to be deficit neutral. Now, the policy development process is in an early stage, and we can't be specific about how the guidelines that Secretary Mnuchin and Director Cohn put forward.
I'm sorry, I think you misunderstood my question. Okay. I'm not asking whether your tax bill is deficit neutral. I'm asking whether you would support closing a single tax break for the purpose of reducing the national deficit and debt.
I would, for the purpose of cutting taxes.
You would be in favor of cutting taxes for eliminating loopholes to cut taxes for others, but not to reduce the deficit or debt, which, as you pointed out, is a big issue. That's not part
a deficit-neutral tax bill.
That's not what I'm asking.
Economic growth.
Would you be prepared to reduce the deficit and debt by cutting a single tax break? And Mr. Mulvaney answered no. Clearly, your answer is no too. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.